What is going on, guys? Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode 29 of Disney Fiasco. Wow, 29 episodes and we're still going strong and it's absolutely crazy. I hope you guys have had a really fantastic week. I hope you guys had a really great Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and we are now on the home stretch towards Christmas and the new year. We got Zoe in the house. Hey, Zoe. We got Noah. We got Donna. Hey, Donna. What is up? It's good to see you, Donna. So glad to see you on the live streams. I hope your Disney trip was phenomenal. It was great seeing you on some of the live streams. Kay Atwood is here. Make sure, guys, we're tweeting out the stream, sharing it as much as we can. And obviously, as you just saw, I am joined once again by the beautiful Megan from Mickey's Magic. How are you?
Hi, Dan. I think we were both discussing that it's been sort of a stressful week, but I think what made me laugh a lot, I was in Nick's Magical News live stream earlier, and this one person was like, oh my gosh, is this the Arjons from Resort TV 1? And they're like, oh my gosh, is this Donna from like
No.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Donna's famous. Donna's got the famous.
It's Donna and Arjons, and like I know them. So.
They're practically part of Resort TV 1 now. So
yeah.
We got Charlotte is here. We got Ruth. Hey Ruth, what is going on? We got Miguel Benitez Jr. Hey Miguel, how are you? How is the family? I hope you are doing so well. Like I said, guys, we are on the road now to 2019, and if 2019 is going to be anything like 2018, we're going to have a great Disney Fiasco year. It's gonna be so exciting. But next week is 30 episodes, and we're gonna plan something very, very special. I hope you guys are really enjoying your weekend. But once again, we are here, Disney Fiasco, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure we're hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, and not just my channel, but Megan's as well. We got Walt and Melissa here. We got Mouse Talk here. It's good to see them. They had some great live streams this week. We got Jack. Hey, Jack, buddy, how's it going, man? And yeah, like Megan was just talking about, Magical News Live, Nick was live earlier, so please go check out Magical News Live, a friend of the channel. So please go check out Magical News Live and Nick. He's awesome. So today we're going back to we're thinking about what should we do this week, and a couple of weeks ago we did our things we loved about Main Street USA. So I thought it would be kind of fun to let's start going around the park more specifically, and let's start going to one of our personal favorite parts of Magic Kingdom, and that is Tomorrowland. And I love Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland is probably my favorite area out of the whole of the Magic Kingdom, in my opinion, because there's so much you can do and so many different rides and different types of rides in history. So I thought let's talk about Tomorrowland this week. And speaking of which, we got R. Johns is in the house. What's up, R. Johns? What up?
Our favorite Disney celebrity.
Favorite Disney celebrity, R. Johns, aka part of Resort TV 1 now. I'm calling it. He's part of Resort TV 1. Yeah, we're going to talk about Tomorrowland today. So if you've never been to Disney Fiasco before, this is how it works. We go round the table. Well, not really around the table. We go across the table from each other and discuss our favorite parts about Tomorrowland. We take in turns. We have a nice discussion, and we're going to overlap today. Thank you, Mouse Talk, for tweeting out the stream. There's going to be a lot of overlap today because obviously Tomorrowland is very small. We're going to be talking about lots of fun things today. So let's kick things off. Megan, where would you like to go first in Tomorrowland? What is your number one pick?
So as I was thinking about Tomorrowland, I mean, I love all the attractions in Tomorrowland. I'm not against any of them. When Stitch's Great Escape was there, I was sort of anti-Stitch's Great Escape. But now that it's not there anymore, I really do love all the attractions there. And so it was hard for me to choose one, but I think for nostalgia and for Walt's sake, I have to go with the Carousel Progress. It is such an amazing creation. It was so innovative for its time, and oh, thank you, Noah, for sharing it out on Twitter. And just the fact that it's still around, and Walt worked on it, and it was at the World's Fair, and my mom and I do that attraction together, so it's also something really special to me. And the message in that, like, not only is technology continuously changing and we're creating so many new things, and it's always such a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And I always try and think about that. And whenever I'm having a bad day, I'm like, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And I sing the song to myself. And it's just such an amazing attraction. I know some people fall asleep on it, but for us Disney fanatics, we love the Carousel of Progress, and I hope they never, ever get rid of it. So.
I think you're absolutely right. And there are so many attractions that represent Walt. And I think the Carousel of Progress is one of those. Hey, Jill, what is up? Belle Southern is in the house. Welcome. So Carousel of Progress is only one of 2 attractions that has Walt Disney's name in the title. So we have Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, and we have Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. And I think just having his name in the front of the actual name of the ride means something very special. There is so much about that ride that is so entertaining. The music is fantastic. I can't stop singing along, as you clearly just showed us. We have some really amazing characters, and it's a nice, relaxed attraction. You know, you're circling around and just watching this family grow through the years, and just seeing lots of great animatronics. And for its time, it was so high tech. It was at the New York World's Fair and just was blown away by everything because it was so cool. Hey, Disney World Adventures, what is up? Hey, how's it going? So yeah, absolutely. Carousel of Progress is definitely something we have to talk about because it is so special. So what is your favorite scene from the Carousel of Progress?
Oh, it's hard for me, but because I like all of them, but I think it has to be the last scene, like the Christmas scene. I like searching for hidden Mickeys. So that room has like the most hidden Mickeys. And the fact that it's like, it has the fastest hidden Mickey on property. And then I just like their integration of the technology. And then Uncle Orville, of course, no privacy in this place. You know, it's always so funny to hear, but I think that's probably my favorite scene. Yeah.
Nice. And just that whole, I never would want that scene to change. And actually, if you think about it, they predicted so much right about the future. I mean, like talking ovens, like we talk to our phones, so Siri, you know, VR headsets, you know,
Google Homes, Alexa, whatever. Like that's basically the oven.
Turning your bright 70% like brighter.
Yeah,
you can do that inside your. It's crazy to think that the Carousel of Progress predicted the future. It's so funny, and I think it's great. My favorite scene, I would say, is I'm thinking it's the Halloween scene.
That's my favorite one.
I really love when the brother makes a jack-o'-lantern out of using his sister's face as a model, and then she's on that like machine thing, and it's like shaking.
Yep.
And it's just really it's just really, really funny. And one of my favorite lines is, I think it's like, Rover, don't interrupt while Sarah's interrupting or something. I think it's just such great lines and really entertaining. And yeah, if you ever been on the Carousel of Progress, I don't know what you're thinking of. Miguel says, I love Carousel of Progress, but ironically, because I'm a nostalgic, not because I'm fired up about progress. I can see exactly what you mean. And he also says the 4th of July is my favorite. Fantastic.
They're all good scenes. Like, how could you not like any? I mean, Rover's in there every scene, and I'm such a dog person. So it's like, you know, Rover, don't interrupt when Sarah's interrupting. That's an amazing line.
Really great line. Well, obviously, Carousel of Progress was definitely on my list. It had to be on my list. But for my first pick, I'm going right across from the Carousel of Progress. And it's a ride that you love. It's a ride that I love. And it's probably a ride that everyone probably in the chat loves. And that's the TTA, a.k.a. the Wedway People Mover, a.k.a. the People Mover, or a.k.a. the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. There's so many different names. Hey, Angela, what is up? How's it going? So the TTA had to be on the top of my list. There's so many reasons why I put it on my list. Number one, you can easily get on it in less than 5 minutes. Two, there's so much history and backstory about the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. Just the ride vehicle itself, the way it goes inside of all these different buildings and attractions, the way that it's not too fast and not too slow, the fact that you can sit with lots of live streamers and live stream with people inside the People Mover. and you don't have to wear a seatbelt. Just so much about the TTA is just so. It is one of the rides that I think people just think, oh, it just goes like a little train that goes around Tomorrowland. It's way more than that. It's so fascinating about what it was meant to be and what it could have been if Epcot the city was actually made. And look, I love the TTA. I would never ever want to ride it when the lights are on when Space Mountain are on. I would never want to see Space Mountain with all the lights on at all. But TTA, I mean, come on, like if it's not on your list, I don't know what you're thinking of, guys. So what do you think, TTA, Megan?
Of course, I had to put it on my list. I knew that you were going to choose it. I knew that everyone else was going to choose it. So I actually put it a little bit further down on my list. Ironically, I have been on the TTA while the lights were on in Space Mountain. So that's why I'm like, I'll still go on Space Mountain, but it makes me even more terrified to go on Space Mountain now that I know how close the tracks are together and how close my head is to the tracks. Disney World Adventure says, get to see Walt's original idea for Epcot on the TTA. Absolutely. Yes, exactly. And there's so much stuff to see. It's not just, as Dan was saying, a little like ride around the, like you see things while you're on there and it's so relaxing. There's no wait, virtually no wait. And it's so relaxing. Like I could do that all day. It's definitely an attraction that everyone loves. It's definitely won a lot of the brackets. Hi, Cargo. But I know a lot of people, they've picked the People Mover as their final attraction that won out of all of the Disney World attractions. So that's how much people love it.
Yeah. And also, it even cameos one of our subscribers, one of my friends in the ride, and that's Paging Mr. Morrow. So every time I hear Paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow, I'm just like thinking, oh, wait, that's Nate and Veronica playing on the loudspeaker while going through into Space Mountain. But like, exactly, there's so much details about Tomorrow. People think, oh, it's just a little ride with inside these blue vehicles. No, there's so much more to think about. If you think about that, these ride vehicles were meant to be the transportation. If Epcot the city was made, that just is mind-blowing to me. It's absolutely crazy. And I wish they still maybe did something like that at Disney World where you could travel from park to park or resort to resort or whatever using this way of transportation, because I think it would be a great honor to Walt himself, and because that's originally what this was made for. And yeah, no, People Mover had to be on our list just because of, you know, its sentimental value, its entertainment factor, and the fact that, let's be honest, every proper Disney fan, like everybody here, goes on it. It is a legendary attraction.
Yeah, Miguel says, I'd imagine it's one of the rides that Walt would have loved, and I completely agree. Yeah. What would you say is, I know it's very difficult to pick a favorite part of the People Mover, but what would be like your favorite, like not scene, because it's not really a scene, but like part of the People Mover? What's your favorite thing about the whole attraction? I think those views of the castle, especially if you're riding it during fireworks, it's incredible. There are no other views like it. So I think that's probably my favorite. I mean, I love seeing or going through Space Mountain and hearing people scream because they're excited or scared, but definitely seeing the castle has to be my favorite. What's yours? See, I was going to say that, but you stole mine. Sorry. No, it's fine. But I would also say just being able to see the whole of Tomorrowland and just being able to wave at people who go by the other way. And actually never try not to ride the People Mover with me, just because when it goes really dark during Space Mountain, I do like to maybe like prank at somebody or like just like scream because no one can see anybody or anything. Yeah, it's just lots of great memories. I remember riding the People Mover with Nick from Magical News Live, Corey from Corey Meets World, and Jen from Earthsome Emporium, all in the same cart. And there's like 4 live streams all in this one little cart. So fun. You can actually go check it out on one of the live streams I did earlier in the year. Oh, it was so funny. It was really, really great. Donna says, Disneyland, I do the same thing when I hear the Paging Mr. Morrow announcement. Yeah, I know, right? Cargo goes, I think you're going to watch my Vlogmas vid later despite my butter blooper. If it's about food, I'm there. I'm so there. I need to watch it, Cargo. I'm so there if it's about food.
The views of the castle are my favorites also, says Kay Howard. Yeah, absolutely. They are just phenomenal. So if you could try and ride it at night while Happily Ever After is going on, that's where it's at. Awesome. So we are on to round number 2. Please make sure we're hitting that like button, guys, subscribing to the channel, and please checking out Megan's channel as well, because she is so close to 1,000 subscribers. So let's get her over to 1,000 subscribers. Snow White is here. Hey, Snow White, how are you? It's good to see you. Long time no see.
I have something for you.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but don't drink it.
Don't drink it.
Bye.
Won't be a good thing. All right, Megan, we are up to you. Round number 2. Where are we heading?
I'm almost awaiting Walt and Melissa's reaction to this pick, but we have to go to Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. I love that ride. I know it gets hate because everyone thinks that Toy Story Mania is I'm not such a fan of apples. Yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't be either, but I know people like Toy Story Mania a lot more than Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, but I like them both the same. And I love that interactive quality of rides. And I think it's so much fun to try and defeat the evil Emperor Zurg. And I think maybe I like it a lot more because I always do really well on it. And so it's always so much fun for me because, oh, thank you so much, Donna. Because I can get Galactic Hero most of the time I go on it. And it's just so much fun to see the 999, and in Universal they have a similar ride, the Men in Black ride. And Dan, I think you went on it, but
I did.
It's a similar thing, and I always loved that ride. So I love those shooting games, and it's so much fun to do.
Surprisingly, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin was not on my list. As much as I love that attraction, there's just some stuff that I do love a little bit more, but for me, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin was one of those attractions that I loved as a child. I remember going on with my parents 2, 3, 4 times when it wasn't a 40-minute wait, an hour wait, when it was a good 15, 20-minute wait. And we would go on over and over and over and over again because I loved it so much. And this was before Toy Story Mania. It was before all this big, this high-tech stuff. Because at the time, that was the high-tech. So, I mean, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, it tells a great story. It has a really great animatronic. Right in the queue, and just the way you can actually aim for something and achieve something with Galactic Hero, I think is just something quite fun and unique. Miguel says the first video I ever saw of Megan's was showing you how to get Galactic Hero. Please, guys, go check out that video because it was so awesome. I still didn't get Galactic Hero after I watched your video, but I tried. Human person, hey human person, what's up? Human person says I never been able to get the 9s at Disneyland Tomorrowland at Buzz Astro Blasters, and they're slightly different to the ones in Disney World. We got Joey is here. Smash. Hey, how's it going, Joey? What's up, BR Fan TV? Florida Fanatics are here as well. I would say happy Friday, Florida Fanatics, but it's Saturday. Actually, no, it's Sunday here, but happy weekend, Florida Fanatics. Oh my God, you are so young. Buzz Lightyear as a kid.
I think we're youngins.
We're the youngins. But it's a great pick. I love Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. And if you could give your top tip for getting Galactic Hero, what would it be?
There's one target in the room with Zurg, and Zurg is on your right. If there's a target right below Zurg, that is a 100,000 point target. So if you hit that a couple times, it'll really push you over the edge. So if you hit it once, 100,000 points. You hit it twice, another 100,000 points. So definitely that target is probably the most important one in the entire attraction.
And if you want to help out your teammate or help out anybody, or if you want somebody to help you out, if you're in like a group, make sure you get somebody with like someone who struggles to get on rides, and then let you go like 15 minutes or 10 minutes in front, and then get on the ride, and then try having gained difficulty to get on the ride so the other person can get those 100,000 points and rack up the Galactic Hero by stopping the ride. Be good.
You just get lucky and the ride is slowed down for you anyway.
See, I've never got Galactic Hero with the ride continually going. I've always had it stop conveniently at that point where I got Galactic Hero.
Oh, nice.
So I need to do it. I need to do it without cheating, pretty much. Hey, the Random Collection, what is up? It's good to see you. Welcome into the channel and welcome to the stream. Awesome, love it. Number 2 for me. No surprising. It's the food.
Of course.
I mean, what kind of Disney dance stream would this be without some Tomorrowland food? Now, let me tell you something. You know, a lot of the food in Tomorrowland can be found everywhere else in the parks. But there's also some really unique stuff in Tomorrowland as well. Firstly, especially this year, actually earlier in the year, around the summertime, the Incredibles dance party was going on. Everyone was decked out for Incredibles 2. It was so exciting. And at Tomorrowland Terrace, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, you can get this really great Incredibles burger with like these cheese dippers inside and bacon and stuff that vegans would hate. Sorry. But oh my gosh, it was so delicious, and it had the Incredibles logo on the top, and it was just so like literally, it was amazing. And what made it even better, Cosmic Rays has its own fixins bar, so you can add like lots of stuff in there. You can add jalapenos, onion straws, pickles. I'm gonna say that as Cargo is here. I mean, pickles in a burger. I mean, it's a given. Come on. Oh, it was delicious. And then you can also go to the store next to the Merchant of Venus, where you get some really great sundaes. There's the pumpkin spice milkshake or pumpkin spice smoothie or something you can get there, which is really awesome. They had Halloween themed desserts and ice cream and smoothies there. That was really cool. And actually, one of my favorite new places is the Lunching Pad. It's one of my favorite names, the Lunching Pad. Although it's just pretzels and slushies, there's nothing beats a good slushie at Disney because it's so hot. But I remember the first day of my 2017 trip, I remember getting 2 pretzels and 2 slushies all on Mickey Mouse. So he paid for it all. And it was really, really nice. Thank you to the cast member who did that. So look, if you want some really great food, Tomorrowland is where to go. I really do enjoy lots and lots of stuff. And you got Sunny Eclipse there as well. I mean, you gotta love Sunny Eclipse. Because Sunny is the best, says Kate Atwood. What is a cheese dipper? It's like a mozzarella stick. That's what you call them.
A cheese dipper.
What? We call them cheese dippers. I think.
Angela put all the emojis, the pickle taco, and then it's like food is calling.
Of course, food is always calling, especially on my list. What do we think of some of the food? I know food is a little tricky for you because obviously, but is there anything that you've had in Tomorrowland that you think, you know, would be really nice and something that you would eat in Tomorrowland?
I have not eaten anything in Tomorrowland. Well, I mean, I guess I could eat like a Mickey pretzel, but
you can get that anywhere.
But next time I definitely have to try and figure out some other options that I can eat. I've only just recently started eating in the park only because the Random Collection says I'm here for the free food. You know? And no worries, Steve. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Steve. What's up?
But I just love Sunny Eclipse, so that's got to be my choice for that one.
I could not agree anymore. And I think Sunny Eclipse has just become like almost like a cult following. And sometimes at school, whenever I'm working and I'm just marking some books, I'm like, right, I'm just going to put on the whole Sunny Eclipse soundtrack. It's like 20 minutes long. I'm just listening to it and just some of the great songs coming out of that. Space Angels, just was it New York City, new something new? It's not New York City, it's something else.
I don't know the titles of them.
I don't know the titles. I should know. I knew one. That was it. But if you could guys name some of the titles in the chat, that would be really awesome. It could be a great trivia question.
Yeah. Where's
wink,
Miguel?
Wink, Miguel Benitez. Awesome. Right. So that's my pick. Had to be food as my second pick.
Nice. Okay. So my third one is New York. Cargo, I love it.
You Nork, that's it.
Welcome, Dean. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Dean, what is up? By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out Dreamers Empire and the liveplace.com, there is just a massive thank you to the Live Place who set me up with a really, really awesome website where you can see all your favorite family-friendly live streamers, such as Spokesman, Resort TV One, a Disney Life for me, and also great channels like Mouse Talk as well. So please go check out the Live Place and the Dreamers Empire.
So my third pick has to be the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. It is one of our favorite things to do in Tomorrowland. And oh, Bright Little Star. Cargo says that's my favorite Sunny song.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
But I just love, Miguel could attest, you can attest. Miguel was that guy. Weren't you, Randall?
I was Randall, and I was also the guy who would spend money on churros for
Churros, yeah. So it's just so interactive. I love it. It's different every time. You will not get the same show ever. And so that's why I love it. It's amazing. It's so funny. It's so interactive, good for kids, good for adults. When I was there with my boyfriend, he was on the camera and it was like, needs a hug. And I just died laughing because I gave him a hug and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, Miguel says, yes, I was that guy. And so it's so funny to see the people that get picked and just how they mess with the people. And you just have to be like a good sport. And it's always so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've got to promote the person responsible for all of this.
Yeah.
Not you, Wazowski.
That
guy.
Yeah.
Give him a big hand. Like, just... It is such a great attraction because it's always different every single time. I love sending in a joke, just all these bad, cheesy one-line jokes, and the jokes you hear a billion times if you go and see the show quite often. Just the fact that every single time is a different reaction. Some of the best ones are when they pick the people out the crowd who don't speak any English.
Oh yeah.
And they just look at the camera and look at the light just brightly, like they don't even know what is going on. And they, if they're trying to like, oh, you need to like cover one eye or you need to like move away, they just stand there and just look at the screen. It's just really entertaining. Just like if you just want a nice, relaxed 20-30 minute attraction where you can just sit down and relax and just have a good laugh, that's where it's at. And like you, Megan, I've had some really great experiences. I loved being Randall. I think I've done this before. When I was picked as Randall, they go, oh, Randall is really good at making himself disappear. And a lot of the times when you see the show and you see people who have been picked as Randall, they move really quickly. So I just went just very slowly. And they started doing like really slow like signs and stuff. So I was moving until I was completely off the screen. And it was just a really fun time. I really enjoyed it. And it had to be on my list because all the amazing stories it told. So I love the Laugh Factory. So fun and different each time, says Dean. Yeah, fantastic. It is really, really good. So yeah, lots of love for the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. What would be, apart from your boyfriend being picked by the camera, what would be like your favorite memory or favorite scene from the attraction?
So I got it on video. And so it was this guy who was like holding his backpack, like hugging his backpack the entire time. And so it was, what's it? The purple alien guy, the purple monster. What's his name?
Art.
No, the one that does the mind reading.
Buddy Boyle.
Yeah, Buddy Boyle. Okay, I knew it started with a B. Anyway, so they didn't even get to the mind reading part. They were just like the cast member was just genuinely like making fun of this person, like holding their backpack, and they didn't. I would say English was their second language because they didn't understand it completely, but he was like chewing like this on a piece of gum, and so that made it even funnier. But they were like, do you have a name for your backpack? And he's like, yeah. And the cast member was like, what? Like, you actually have a name? And so I got the whole thing on video. It was so funny. And that was definitely the funniest experience that I had.
Awesome. We got Isaac Nail in the house. Welcome, Isaac Nail. Steve goes, I am sad to say I still have not done the laugh floor. I think, Steve, that is going to have to change. I think you will have to either go and see that show with one of the Disney Fiasco group members, because we would love to show you this amazing attraction. It's such a great attraction, like you said, and just those memories that you get. I remember going on it all the time during my Disney cast member summer. Speaking of Fiasco members, Haley Raven is here. Now, before we even get started, I just want to say a huge shout out to my partner channel, Corey Fiasco and Haley. They are currently on their way to Disney. I mean, not just going there for vacation. They are moving right now, as we speak, down to Florida, and they're going to be in Disney World from the start of this month. I am so excited for them. I hope they have a really great and safe travel, and hope you settle in just fine. We miss you so much, and we look forward to seeing you and Corey back. Haley goes, hey guys, I am a zombie at the moment, running on no sleep. We are in North Carolina, so shout out to all you North Caroliners out there. But we look forward to seeing you in Florida in the next day or two. And rest in peace, Brick Wall. Hey Laser Cat, what is up? And Laurie, how's it going? Laurie Cost says, good evening, happy holidays. Well, happy holidays to you. And speaking of Corey Fiasco, my partner channel, Corey Fiasco, hey guys, in Charlotte, North Carolina, driving home Monday night. So guys, please make sure we're checking out my other partner channel, Corey Fiasco. Please show him some love and check out his channel. Really great channel with lots of great Disney pin videos, lots of great just Disney videos in general. And we will be seeing him hopefully very soon back on Disney Fiasco.
Get the trio, the three caballeros back together.
So out of the three caballeros, who is who?
Can I be Donald?
You could be Donald. I feel like Corey, because he always like wears a hat. I feel like he's always Panchito because the hat. Yeah. And I'll be Jose Carioca because that's fine. I can't believe we've just discussed which three. We need matching T-shirts now with all three. Oh, great! We've completely lost track now, haven't we?
That is in a whole different park.
We're in a completely different park, different characters, different everything. And he's wearing his hat right now. Oh, who would have thought? All right, we are back to me. We're on my third pick. I think when I was thinking of Tomorrowland, I really just enjoy, like I do on Main Street, just to relax and just to watch everything go by. So my next pick is more the nostalgia of Tomorrowland and just what Tomorrowland is meant to be. And Tomorrowland, you know, is going through a big refurb. We think it's going through a really crazy time. You know, we got Tron coming in, which I'm super excited for. Hey, Six Hand Spice, what is going on? Good to see you. So we got Tron coming in. We got some great updates coming into Tomorrowland. We are so excited. But I just love the nostalgia of Tomorrowland. I love the theme park background music of Tomorrowland. It just gets you in the mood as soon as you're on that grid, that bridge. I'm getting distracted by the chat. As soon as you go on that bridge and go past the sign, you get that really amazing music coming in over the loudspeakers. And it just sets you into that mood that you're now in this futuristic kind of 70s world. It's kind of really strange. And just the atmosphere and the fact that Tomorrowland is always busy, which I really think is crazy. And just the little small things. Now, there's one thing that I wish they brought back, and it's something that I really loved seeing as a child, and that was Push the Trash Can. Do you remember Push the Trash Can?
Yeah. I wish they still had it.
It's like, I wish they still had it because it was such a unique idea. And just having a trash can that moves around, it's like a robot. It's like R2-D2, but a trash can, and it talks. Like, how cool was that? It's
Yeah.
really awesome. Now I remember there's a video that Spokesman did. So if you haven't checked out Spokesman, please go check out Spokesman's channel. He did he did a video way back when he was doing the whole of Disney World in one day, and he actually met Push the Trash Can and talked about him and talked about YouTube, and it was really cool. So we got a lot of love for Push the Trash Can, as well as Corey Fiasco, because everyone misses Corey.
Yeah, we miss Corey and Haley.
Never done Push the Trash Can. Unfortunately, Six Hand Spice Push the Trash Can has been retired for a couple of years, so you will probably never ever see him anytime soon. I have felt so separated from my family over the past 2 weeks. I had to prepare for a safety audit we had yesterday, but now I get to spend some time with you all again. Well, Steve, it's really good to see you, and I hope you're doing really well during this time. And to everybody in the chat, I hope you guys are having a really just a nice end of the year. So and lovely holidays. So so yeah, I just love the nostalgia of Tomorrowland. I love the music. I love the way it looks, and I love what they're going to do in the future. What do we think?
I completely agree. I think the vibe of Tomorrowland is really awesome. Haley, I would totally love to have a Disney party. And also, I think we're all discussing buying a house together in Golden Oaks. So maybe one day
yes. I think we can all do that. That's fine.
Yeah. And Steve, we're so happy to have you back. But yeah, definitely there's always people in Tomorrowland. It's always so, like, I don't want to sound like an old person, but like hopping, it's always like really busy. And I do love the music. And I think we talked about that, or maybe Dean mentioned it one time, but we love the transitions from one area or one land to another. And it's so cool to hear the music.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of my favorite transitions is a really great gateway that isn't really a gateway. It's more like an attraction that is used as a gateway. And I love the Speedway, the Tomorrowland Speedway. Now, taking aside what the Speedway actually is and what's, you know, whether it needs an update or not, I think what it does, it really plays on that, you know, fantasy of a young child who was always wanted to be a race car driver. And Tomorrowland, that kind of high-techy, you know, car industry, and putting it together, it's a great mix from going from Fantasyland to Tomorrowland and the other way around. So it's one of my favorite transitions, just using an attraction itself. Can I snowbird to his Golden Oak house? Yes, you can, Cargo. Absolutely. I'm in for splitting Golden Oak's home. I'm there. I'm so there. How, Walt? No problem. I'll send you a message. Fantastic. So everyone is just saying hi and talking to each other, which is fantastic. Pedals to the medals. Exactly. So yeah, just love the nostalgia. So we are on to round number, what are we, 3, 4? 4. We are killing it today.
Yeah.
Before we get on to round number 4, please make sure that we're hitting that like button, subscribing to not just my channel, but my partner channels as well. So Mickey's Magic as well as Corey Fiasco. And please check out everybody else's channel in the chat, because everyone here has got some really great videos and great content. People go live, people do great videos. So please go check everybody else out. All right, number 4. Where are we heading, Megan?
And also, if you guys want to put your favorite things about Tomorrowland in the chat too, we would love to see them. But we have to go to Space Mountain, even though I said it's terrifying. It's always a must do. I have to do all the mountains. It's so thrilling. When I was a kid, I did not want to ride it. The first time I rode it was, I think I was 19. So I was sort of an adult and I was still really scared. And I have been on the Disneyland Space Mountain and the Walt Disney World Space Mountain, and I prefer the Disneyland one only because it's not as jerky, but I like both of them, and I just love the building. I love everything about it, and just the fact that you're in complete darkness is just extra thrilling. Yeah.
Miguel says, I'm too old for Space Mountain. I don't think so. I know you're not a big I can't remember if it was you or D that wasn't a big roller coaster person. I think it's you actually. You said you're not a big thrill ride guy. But thing is, Space Mountain is in my opinion the grandfather of all roller coasters. You know, so many people were inspired by Space Mountain because it is such a unique attraction. And what is great about Space Mountain is that there's so many different variations of Space Mountain. So we have Disneyland and Disney World. Disneyland is kind of like you sit side by side to somebody, but in Disney World you sit behind somebody or in front of somebody. And I actually love the fact that we sit in these small little pods.
I like that too.
And I feel like, you know, there's nothing either side of you. You're kind of just stuck in this little like rocket, which I think is really, really cool. And I love honestly either sitting right at the front because you can't see anything in front of you. So you don't know when the next corner is going to be. There's no one in front of you, so you can't see where everyone is turning. But I also love sitting at the back because you really get thrown around a lot at the back. Like, because obviously when you turn really sharply, the whole car flings you the other way. So I love sitting at the back. So I do love sitting at the front and at the back for Space Mountain. R. Johns loves Space Mountain. You're never too old for anything, says Steve. Exactly. I am not too old for Space Mountain, but I'm definitely too motion sick prone for it. That's okay. I mean, it's not for it's hard for some people, and I get that. Space Mountain is very much a motion sick attraction. What I love about Tomorrowland is how it looks at nights. Yes, Moustor, I completely and utterly agree. We got Juan Rodriguez here. Hey, Juan, how's it going? Welcome into the stream. It's good to see you, my friend. Seven Dwarfs with the Legend. That is good. I did Flight of Passage with the Legend as well. So that's awesome. The Legend of
like comparing what rides people have been on with Arjons.
I'm just trying to think of rides that I've been on with Arjons. We've been on Frozen Ever After. I think it's just Frozen Ever After we've been on. Yeah, no, Grand Fiesta Tour as well.
Nice. I did Navi River Journey with him, and then we did Dinosaur. We were like we had our own little cart. It was so cool.
I was so stoked to see you on Resort TV one stream.
It was so much fun.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Because I remember you talking about how like excited you were seeing me on Resort TV one.
So exciting.
I was even more excited to see you on. I'm so excited to see everybody with like Josh and Jenna because they're just such wonderful guys and wonderful people. So Corey goes, one thing me and Haley were talking about the other day is the Tomorrowland tune as you walk into the land and then throughout. Yeah, the soundtrack is so good in Tomorrowland. It's so just when you just sit back and listen to it without any of the people screaming and shouting and talking, it's actually really relaxing. And Dan is coming in August. Meg coming August too. I think it's gonna happen. We got to do it. We got to do it. I'll tell you, Corey. I found some really good tickets around that time for flights, so I'll talk to you about it off the stream. So yeah, guys. So absolutely, Space Mountain is certainly one of those really amazing attractions. I would almost recommend doing Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris if you are a real big thrill junkie. Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris goes upside down and is a lot quicker. It is really, really great and would highly recommend. It's called Space Mountain Mission 2, I believe. We need to get Adam's Land to confirm that because he was there not too long ago. So yeah, Josh and Jenna and Richard were very nice. We were stoked to meet them, says Walt and Melissa. Absolutely. Could not agree anymore. So yeah, everyone's please go check out Resort TV one. They're just such great guys, and they just did a really awesome live stream yesterday when they went and toured all the monorail resorts. So that was fun as well. Also at Disney Fiasco on Fiasco Wi-Fi. Awesome. So favorite thing about Space Mountain, Megan?
Oh, I think it's just so thrilling, and I used to really love the walking like platform at the end, but now it's gone. So I guess I can't see that anymore.
I just love the blue and red tunnels.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Just because it's just so like it just there's something about it which makes it so futuristic, and it just makes you feel like I'm actually like setting off on a trip out to outer space. So,
Mhm.
giant meetup, lol. Yes, I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
What I can tell is there are a lot of people going in August, and I'm so excited. So many people are planning for August, and I'm just like, can I just be there the whole month? That'd be so
I
fun.
know, right? Can we just live down there?
Can we all just go live in the same neighborhood as Corey and Resort TV1 and all them lot? Fantastic. Right. My fourth pick for me. Weirdly, that's everything off my list, so I'm gonna have to think of one off the spot. I think just with I'm gonna go with let's think Tomorrowland, something. Let's go with the merchandise. I think with what's really great about the merchandise in the whole of Tomorrowland is that it's kind of like the testing area of new stuff. So what I've really noticed over the last couple of years, they started putting a lot of new stuff in the Space Mountain gift shop, and they used to do a lot of like new ways and new things before they put it out into the rest of the stores. One case was the actual phone cases and the design of the phone cases of iPhones and Samsungs that you see in everywhere now. But they started off in the Space Mountain the gift store. Same with the fuel rods. So I think just there's so much variety, and if you think about it, if you want to go to get some shopping in Magic Kingdom, maybe try to avoid the Emporium because the Emporium is so busy. I would maybe check out the Space Mountain gift store or the Merchant of Venus, because those are two really great stores. And also they're very well themed. They stay in that Tomorrowland theming. And actually in the Merchant of Venus, you can sometimes see the People Mover go by, which I think is really, really cool. Even though a lot of people just avoid it completely. Is Corey off? Corey's going. Gotta run, guys. To eat dinner and family here. Really looking forward to seeing everybody. Thank you so much, Corey. I hope you have a safe travels down to Florida. It's good to see you, my friend. So yeah, I think there's so much to do with that. So I'm also waiting for the George Clooney audio animatronic at Tomorrowland. Oh, okay. Oh, from the movie.
I was gonna say, when was that announced?
I don't think that was ever announced. I think it would have happened if Tomorrowland actually made quite a lot of money, but unfortunately it didn't make a lot of money. And I don't think I could have taken a George Clooney animatronic seriously in Tomorrowland. It just I don't know. There's something about him that I don't know wouldn't fit in very well. And that could kind of bring us on to the next topic of Tomorrowland, the movie. When you first found out that they were making a movie about Tomorrowland, what did you think?
To be honest, I haven't seen the movie, but
okay.
I don't know. It's okay. It was like the moment I found out that they were making the Haunted Mansion, and I saw that movie for the first time. Like, it's hard to make a movie, except for Pirates. I have to say they did an amazing job on Pirates. But like after an area, after an attraction, it's hard to measure up to the original. So
yeah,
those are always my thoughts. Like, how are they going to make this different? How are they going to make it entertaining? How are they going to change this into a movie?
I think you're absolutely right. I think if you look back at Disney World Park and like themed lands and rides, if you look at the good and the bad, a lot of the movies end up more on the unsuccessful like pile compared to the successful pile. You got Pirates of the Caribbean, which, let's be honest, is one of the best live action Disney films. But then you've also got Haunted Mansion on the other side. Because look, if you like the Haunted Mansion movie, good for you. Like, honestly, fine. I think it is a really not a great film at all. And it really does a disservice to the original Haunted Mansion. So I put it in the not so good, unsuccessful. You got Tomorrowland, which, in my opinion, was a really well-directed movie with really great casting, but it just didn't make a lot of money. So it was also very unsuccessful. So you kind of have to hit the ground running with these attractions. You got the Jungle Cruise movie coming out soon with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Is that going to make a lot of money? I think it might, but I don't think it's going to make, billions.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Who knows? It might just be pun after pun after pun after pun like they do in the ride. So, hey, our Disney Adventures, Ohana, what is up, guys? How are you? It's good to see you and the whole family are here. Welcome. Awesome. So, what do we think of just Tomorrowland in general? We're going to start wrapping up. What do we think about Tomorrowland? What's something that you love? What kind of memory? Just something that is nothing to do with the rides or just the nostalgia. What is something about Tomorrowland that is special to you?
I have a lot of really awesome memories in Tomorrowland, and one in particular, I was meeting Lotso at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party by myself. My parents went to go do something else, and I was like, I want to meet Lotso, and I just had an amazing, amazing meet and greet with him, and so that always sticks in my head. And then obviously people like the Purple Wall, and that's like the Tomorrowland Bridge is one of my favorite places to see the fireworks or the fireworks going off from the show at the castle, and so that's also something that always sticks in my mind. And no love for the metal trees. I think that's so cool, Kay. I think the fact that they incorporated that into the theming, and that's just it. The theming is incredible, and we talked about
the phone. Hold the phone.
Oh,
we have some very special guests here in the chat. I'm sorry to break up.
That's okay.
But we have Josh and Jenna here from Resort TV 1. I think it's Josh who's here, but I just want to give a massive shout out to Josh, who is here and who is always in Tomorrowland. And he could definitely weigh in with Tomorrowland and the TTA, because let's be honest, if you ever watch a Resort TV 1 live stream in the Magic Kingdom, the TTA is something that is so special, not just to them, but to everybody in the chat who's following with them, and just all the memories that they provide to hundreds and thousands of people, especially with Tomorrowland, is something really special. And it just is just thank you so much for stopping in, Josh, on your Saturday evening. So and also our Disney Adventures are heading down to Disney right now. They're going to be seeing the candlelight procession with who's that guy who that celebrity who was in, what was this show called? Who's doing the? I'm really bad with celebrity names. Begins with N, I think. Oh,
is it Neil Patrick Harris?
Neil Patrick Harris. That is it. Thank you, Mel Stork.
Oh, yeah, Mel Patrick said it. Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris. That's it. So Josh goes, I love Tomorrowland. I want to live there. Who doesn't want to live there? One says Chris Hemsworth? Question mark. So yeah, sorry, Megan, you're just finishing up with why memories of Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I think for sure that Tomorrowland Bridge to see fireworks is an amazing spot, and just the overall feel of Tomorrowland. As Josh said, I wish that I could live. I mean, I wish I could live in Fantasyland, but that's just me, and I'm a girl, so I don't know if that makes any difference. But I know that Tomorrowland is so special to so many of us, so it's awesome.
I think we did speak about that Tomorrowland spot a couple of episodes back, quite a while back, and just being able to watch the fireworks from that bridge and just being part of that Tomorrowland mixed with the hub, just watching the fireworks is something very, very special. And you're right, with the whole, just with Tomorrowland being such a unique area and a unique place in the whole of Disney, I think it's something that people definitely don't overlook at all. But I think there's so much that people do miss, things like the Carousel of Progress, things like the TTA, and just really taking their time to explore Tomorrowland properly. We have Main Street and Mickey here. I'm late for a very important date. Resort TV 1, Josh says, I love the metal trees. I used to think they folded up, but I learned that they never actually folded up, and there's just one that is folded up for atmosphere. Those metal trees are so unique, and I think I would love one of those. Get rid of this tree back here. Where is it? There, and put a metal tree in. That'd be pretty cool. So I want to take the TTA to work. I mean, that's what it was used for. That's what it should have been used for, and I think that would have been pretty awesome.
That would be right. I would love that. I would love, I mean, work, like going to work is fine, like whatever. But going like if you got to ride the TTA to work, like imagine how happy people would be starting the day. Oh my gosh.
Just you can still have all the lines there, and you
Mhm.
instead of like you could probably like make calls on it as well. Instead of like paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tomorrow, you could be like paging Mr. Mouse, Mr. Mickey's Magic Mouse or something. It could be pretty cool. I don't know. It could be really, really entertaining. Paging Mr. I don't know. This is Fiasco, Corey Fiasco. I think we've just dreamt of $1 billion idea. We should
Yeah.
go on like Shark Tank and pitch it.
Even though other people have already come up with it, like Walt Disney, but yeah, who cares?
but we're now influenced by him to
Yeah.
bring his his vision to life with some new updated tech. Let's do it.
I'm down for it.
All right, so let's start wrapping up, and I would like you to go back through your list and tell me some of our unique, but also our picks for this evening.
Before we do that, Josh says, okay, let's replace the I-4 with the TTA. It's settled. It's too funny. Okay, so my number 1 was Carousel of Progress. My number 2 was Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. My number 3 was Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. My number 4 one was Space Mountain. My number 5 was The People Mover, only because I knew Dan was going to bring it up earlier. My number 6 one was the Tomorrowland Bridge. And then my number 7 was getting to meet Buzz Lightyear or Lotso. And those were my honorable
mentions. Love it. Love that pick. With mine, it was very, very similar, obviously. But my number 1 was the TTA. Number 2, it's food, obviously. Just love the food. Number 3 was the nostalgia. So Push the Trash Can, the background music, just Tomorrowland at night. And then number 4 was Space Mountain, and then number 5 was just the merchandise and just seeing how things have developed and changed. So kind of more going back to progress, I guess. So it's kind of things how it went full circle, like in the Carousel of Progress. I'm gonna stop because that's just too.
It
all goes in a full cycle.
Yeah.
Like the Carousel of Progress and the TTA. So, guys, I hope you guys have really, really enjoyed Disney Fiasco episode 29 this week. Just is in the books, but next week, Megan, 30 episodes.
Crazy.
30 episodes. And we're going to be doing something very, very big. We're going to be planning it all this week. And so next week is going to be huge. I would love to make sure that everybody in the chat is here next week and just sharing out the stream. So next week's show, I would love to be massive because we are celebrating our 30th episode. We're gonna be on our 50th episode really, really soon, and that's going to be even crazier. So I'm really excited, and I think let's try and get Corey back here for 30 episodes next week. Fingers crossed.
Awesome.
Fingers crossed. Before we head out, just a big thank you to Megan from Mickey's Magic. Please go check out her channel. She has some incredible videos, amazing supporter of not just my channel, but every channel that is in the chat right now, and just a really, really wonderful person and a great co-host to do the show with.
Thanks, Dan.
And also go check out Corey Fiasco, my other partner in crime, the Pin Man. Lots of other nicknames as well. Please go check out theliveplace.com and the Dreamers Empire. Dean is in the chat right now with all your favorite great live streamers as well, all family friendly, such as Josh from Resort TV 1, Mouse Talk, as well as some other great channels like Chris, Spokesman. Just trying to think who else. A Disney for Me, Our Theme Live, Viaplay Project. I was getting to you. I was trying to think of all the others. And then, of course, Mickey's Magic on Mondays. Mickey's Magic. Is it Mickey's Magic Mondays?
Magic Mondays with Meg.
Magic Mondays with Meg.
Yeah.
All alliteration.
If you haven't noticed, I really like alliteration. Like, that's my thing. I love it.
Juan, is it your birthday?
That's our like inside joke.
Okay. It's like in Cargo Stream, I went Happy Easter when it's clearly the holidays. And also Rob Fuzz goes live as well. So Rob Fuzz is probably burning some steaks right now, but please go check out Rob Fuzz Power Channel as
Probably.
well. So yeah, massive thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to Cargo, One, Dean from the Dreams Empire, Donna, Steve's World, Disney World Adventures, Noah, Josh from Resort TV One, Main Street and Mickey, Our Disney Adventures, R. Johns, and just trying to go back to see if there's anybody else. Florida Fanatics, Kate Atwood, just lots of really amazing channels here. So thank you so much for stopping by. And it's time to just do final plugs. Please go check me out, Disney Dan, also on youtube.com, as well as Twitter and on Instagram. And like I always say, every single video, you guys are not my subscribers. You are my friends, whether we've met yet or not. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Live your life with a smile, guys, each and every day. And I'll see you guys real soon. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
And good night. Bye.